Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode, Never Related Podcast. I think we're up to number five in a row. Five in a row.
Vacations didn't even stop us.
Not at all, baby. How's your week been?
Man, pretty good. Pretty good. Work's been all right. Nothing spectacular's happened. Harry Potter, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But outside of that, just a regular old week.
My week's been going all right. Got my taxes done.
Ooh.
Refunds look a little smaller than last year. Well, not a little smaller, a lot smaller.
Well, maybe one day we don't have to worry about returns.
Right? And then my girl, fucking, she ready to pop any minute. So that's fucking scaring me. I don't want to drink too much, do anything too much because I don't want to be inebriated in any kind of way and be like, my water broke. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be ready.
Ready. When's she do?
So the 23rd, but I don't think it's gonna last that
You're not
long.
gonna make it. You're not
I
gonna
don't,
make it.
I know. I hope so. Shit. Hey, after, make it after. I don't give make it after. So we
That's
got
crazy.
Lucky here.
We got two episodes. We didn't even get to talk about the
That's
episode
right.
four yet.
Hey, thank God for the Super Bowl because I didn't want to wait till Sunday anyway. So the Super Bowl, I'm not even gonna watch you, but thank you. Thank you. My team ain't in it, so we ain't gonna win it, and I don't care about it. Always
Yeah,
been,
I don't even know who I want to win the game. I don't necessarily care.
yeah.
It's one of those
So,
games where like, whatever.
so man, so the episode before this last one, um, dude, they do such a great job every time. I mean, it seems like, well, I mean, with the newer one and this one, like, wait, but yeah, you think it's gonna be good, and nothing's good on the show. The first one, Ellie was making him laugh, and so I was like, "Oh man, what a cute moment!" Joel, wake up! Guns are pointing in her face. I was like, "Oh no!" Like,
Yeah,
dude,
but
every time I think it's gonna end on like a decent note, not at all,
I
not
forgot
at
we
all.
didn't get to review episode four because they're
No.
in the same week.
Yeah.
So uh I think what was it? What was it called? Let me see. It got a episode four. I don't know what it was called. Anyway, so we deviate a little bit more from the game. In the game, they made a pit stop in Pittsburgh. Here they make the pit stop in Kansas City, so it's a little further west. And we get introduced to some new stuff. So a lot of character building there between Joel and Ellie, and her just trying to rub up on him. You can see little by little, she's starting to like gain his love in little
Mhm.
interactions. You can tell that he wants to um that he likes having her around, right? It's not all at once and he's super grumpy, but she's telling him jokes at the beginning of the episode, which um is interesting. She has the gun, right? I think she found the gun in episode 3, or she has it already in episode 4. So she has that on her, and he knows she has. No,
He was
he
showing her,
yet. He doesn't know yet, but
but
she has it.
in episode three, he showed her like how to hold it and stuff like that, right?
So that's in episode 4. That was after they killed the dude, remember? So in
Oh yeah,
episode
yeah,
4, they drive into the town and they get ambushed.
yeah.
Um, so we get introduced to some characters. So we get introduced to Kathleen, who is the leader of the resistance, and the resistance has pushed Fedra out of Kansas City, or should I say, probably murdered all of them. It seemed like they killed them all. um, and Kathleen has a grudge against a character named Sam, who got her brother killed, and her brother was the previous leader of this group or organization. So I guess let's talk about the Kathleen, because you know her from Yellow
uh,
Jackets.
Yellow Jackets.
I never watched Yellow Jackets, so I have no comparison there. But I was a little iffy on the casting. I just couldn't take her seriously because I just remember her from other shows, and I was like, I don't know. But over the course of these 2 episodes, she did a phenomenal job at what she was trying to do.
Yeah, I didn't see her in anything else but Yellow Jacket. So when I saw her in this, I was like, "Oh, she's gonna be good." You
Melanie
know what I'm saying?
Linsky. Melanie Linsky.
Dog, when that doctor, when she was asking that doctor, like, where she was, she's like, "You ain't gonna kill me. I'm a doctor." Then she went out there and someone like died from being sick or something. She's like, "Oh fuck that, we don't need a doctor." Went back there and shot him in his face. I was like, "Dang."
Yeah, that was the first time I was like, okay, she's not playing no games.
He's like, "Someone's sick or something." She was like, "Oh, fuck this." But I was damn, this lady ain't playing around. And wasn't that the homie of the person that was helping him?
The homie. Yeah,
Oh, not the
so
homie. Yeah, that was the person
yeah,
that was
so
helping
episode
the boy.
5. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because
Um,
my girl said that, and I was like, "Wait, what's that?"
yeah, yeah, it was.
He's a real
So
one for not saying shit.
no, he didn't say nothing. So yeah, so episode 4 was that. They get into Kansas City, they get ambushed, and then we meet Kathleen, who is on a mission to find a character we hadn't met yet. Um, and we just show more how Ellie and Joel are actually a team. So I want to talk a little bit about that because in the game it's prevalent, right? It's a video game, so it's a whole point of, hey, jump through this vent, open this door, go do this, and then eventually you play as her for a little bit. Um, because they're a team, but we haven't really seen the teamwork aspect on the show, but you start seeing it in episode 4. She crawls through the vent, cool moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
She moves the thing over, opens the door, and they're really starting to work together. So in episode 4, once they're getting ambushed, Joe is getting blindsided by somebody. Ellie had already found the gun, and she ends up shooting the dude that's attacking Joel and paralyzing him. Um, and what appeared to be like her first kill, right? That's what it seems like. That's what she tells Joe. But as quickly as it happened and she turns away, she wipes those tears away fast, bro. Like she don't let none of that shit linger.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. And then what was it's fast how quick people change. Like, dude was just trying to murder dude. He's like, "No, please, I can help you. I can, you know." Dude, what do you think that's gonna do for you, man? Like, if that was me, I'm trying to kill somebody, and then they get the upper hand on me, I'm just gonna be quiet and just kill me, man. Because you're gonna kill me anyway. You're gonna kill me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
my
Why?
mom lives close. My mom
Yeah.
lives close. Take me to my
Like,
mom.
boy, you were just trying to kill me. They don't give
Yeah,
a
he was
shit.
real hard all of a sudden.
You man, you was ready to give it all up. I'll tell you anything you need.
Yeah,
Lot
so
of this.
I love how this show does that. Every single episode, I feel is like you mentioned the doctor. So she has him locked up. She's trying to find Sam, I believe. Is it? It's Sam and what's the kid's name?
I forgot.
Henry and Sam. So Henry's who she's looking for. Sam's the kid.
Yeah, Sam's the brother. I was gonna say that Sam's the brother, right? Okay.
So Henry, she's looking for Henry, and she has this doctor. He clearly knows where he is, and like Ray says, he's a doctor, so it's like there's no way, right? Like they need the doctor. He's the only doctor. And she walks straight up in there, boy, shoots him. Done deal. That's when I was like, up until that moment, I was iffy. But when she did that, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, she
Hey,
ain't playing
man.
no games. No
And
games. So the character, so her right hand man, the soldier, I don't remember. I'm not good with names. I can't remember his name. But
me either.
the main soldier guy that reports to her, so he's Tommy in the video game. Like he's the actor for Tommy in the game. So that's pretty cool.
Oh no, that is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You could tell he was trying to be more he was trying to be more humane about stuff. Kinda, I guess, with the looks he would give her and some of the stuff he would kind of say.
Yeah, like, are you serious?
But
You're
then
like, are you serious?
so then like what Brian was saying is like so then Ellie and Joel are trying to escape, and then so are those people that are being looked for. And so at the end of the episode, she's cracking jokes, making them laugh, and you think it's so sweet and cute. Like, oh, they have a little moment. Say next thing you know, she's waking Joel up and like, hey, hey, and then it ends with the two guys pointing guns at him.
Yeah,
But
so he
just
broke. She made him break character. She's been telling him jokes the last couple episodes out of that book. And at the end of episode 4, they're about to fall asleep. They ate what day? I think they ate Chef Boyardee. I think he gave her Chef
mm-hmm.
Boyardee,
Yeah,
and she was like, he's good. Chef Boyardee's good.
yeah, 20-year-old Chef Boyardee being said 20-year-old.
And Yeah, so that moment when she reads them, she says, what did she
I
say it
remember.
was?
She said, "Hey,
Um,
she said diarrhea is hereditary." He said,
yeah,
"What?"
yeah, what? He was
She
like,
said, "Yeah,
what?
because it runs in your genes."
So it was the first moment where he truly broke that hardcore, facade that he has carrying on with him. Like he couldn't stop him from laughing, and it's the first true moment where you feel like, okay, he has feelings for this girl, right? It's not just a package anymore. He's starting to feel protective over her.
Well, because you got to think nobody wants to be that way all the time.
No, no.
You know what I'm saying? We're meant here to be together. We're meant here to love, enjoy things. You know what I'm saying? But he's been living such a crazy life, and then his daughter died, and his brother's gone. He's just like, man, I'm doing whatever the fuck I got to do to survive at this point. You know what I'm saying? Or I got to be how I got to be. Now this girl's coming in his life, and he's like, shit, I'm starting to get a little soft, starting to do things the way I want to do them. You know what I'm saying? But I think he likes that at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he mentions your cargo. Like that whole episode was shifting his mindset. Like your cargo, like shut up, go to sleep. I think that's the episode she finds the porn mag, and she was like, "How does he walk around with that thing?" So,
Yeah.
they've hinted. So if you guys don't know and you didn't play the game, I might spoil this shit for you guys. Sorry, maybe you should stop listening now. But they've hinted at this subtly a couple times. I feel like, Ellie is gay, so at some point we're gonna meet and love interest for Ellie. It is a female, but in one of the episodes where Joel um and Tess asked him, like, is somebody gonna come after you? You got a boyfriend or something? She was like, a boyfriend? Nah. So it's like a subtle hint at that. Like it was real intentional. The porn mag, she was kind of like, yeah, what? And it was a
Yeah,
gay
I
porn
want to
mag
see
because
what
it was
she's
Bill's
like. I want to
porn
see what it's
mag.
all about. She's
Right.
never even looked at a guy or
She
cared to. You know
doesn't
what I'm
care about that.
saying?
So it gets interesting. It's very cool how it gets done. The story's really crazy. But yeah, that part where she was like, "How does he walk around with this thing?" and just throws it out of it. Why are the pages sticky? Why are the pages?
Oh,
I'm
she
just
she joked.
kidding.
Yeah, that was good. That was
It's
good.
funny. It's interesting. So I just wanted to get through episode 4 because it was a good episode, and I don't want to minimize it because it was a turning point for the character for Joel. Anyways, where like you start to
Yeah.
see like I care about this. It's not just it was intentional, right? Your cargo. Now I'm giving you Chef Boyardee and laughing before we go to sleep. It's a real
Hmm.
transition for him. But episode 5, my guy, dog, it's like they just try to one up every episode over and over, and that shit is hard to do. But
They
my
keep doing it.
lord,
They keep doing it, and then like I was gonna say, so they wake up and the people are in their face. If you're just a logical person, that they're gonna team up because they want to get the fuck out of there, and they want to get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? So even though it ended bad, you know in your mind, like, okay, well, they're gonna work something out together and they're gonna work together, which they started doing. But I love that part. Like, I'm big on like good acting and stuff, man. And that's I love that. When he was like, um, I ain't working with no rat. and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
then
He was like,
he was
"Yes,
like,
you are."
yes, the fuck you, yes, you are. Yes, you are. He's like, you're working with me now. He's like, you're gonna work. And I love that part. That part was really good.
So it goes back in time a little bit, right? So we meet Henry, who Kathleen is searching for, and his little brother Sam. And it's about 11 days before Joel and Ellie get ambushed in Kansas City. It's about 2 weeks ish. Um, and we get the backstory, right? He's running from them. We find out why he's running from Kathleen. He ended up getting her brother killed. And she has every intention to murder this dude and her brother. Like it is clear, and this is what's going to happen. She ain't playing no games with them. Um, and then he witnesses the ambush and sees Joe basically take out 4 or 5 dudes, and he's like, "Okay, this is my ticket out of here. Now is the
Yeah.
time to get out of
Yes.
here."
So he was following them the whole time they were running through the city, watching them where they went. But yeah, and when they get in the sewers and the kids are playing, I really like that moment. That was good. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell Joel still ain't about that bullshit still a little bit. You know, he was enjoying it a little bit too, but he's like, all right, we're done with this.
Yeah, so
It's
they
time
go
to get moving.
underground. The only way out, as he explains it on the show, is they have checkpoints on all the freeways. So if you walk on the street or on top of the buildings, they're gonna see you. So they got to go underground, um, and come out beyond the freeway. And they find what we seem to know as there's different little groups when it first started that all went underground trying to survive. They had little schools and little play areas, which is cool to see. Not everyone stayed up top. Not everyone went to the Fedra. Not everyone died, right? But eventually you run out of food and you got to move. So again, we see that humanization of Ellie and Sam now that we've met. He did a great job, bro. That little kid's actually deaf from that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Like he's great. Like he did a really good job.
no, he killed it.
It was
That's
another
also a
phenomenal
switch too.
acting.
He wasn't deaf in the game.
Yeah, no, yep, that's a different switch. A good one though, I think. It elevates that tension there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another like their show is really good at making you feel about people that are there for a short time. Because him being deaf, you know how much he needs his brother, and then his brother made that decision to fuck all those people over to save his brother. So you know how much they mean to each other. They're really good at doing that. Really good.
It's there, I would say way beyond good. Like this is now the third episode. So like you care about Tess initially when they introduce her and you're like, okay, she's a cool no, before that, when you meet the daughter, you meet his
Yeah. Yep.
daughter and you
Mm-hmm.
care. You only see her for 25 minutes in the first
You know
episode
she's
and you're
dying.
invested. Then you meet Tess. Now, same thing. You meet Tess, and you're like, okay, love interest. They're helping. She's the one who's pushing to take Ellie. Joel wants no part of it. So, like, if you didn't know she was gonna die from the game, you're invested. Now you leave Tess behind, and we meet Bill and Frank for a whole episode. They had you believe in love could survive,
Mm-hmm.
and then now, in episode 5, you meet Sam, and you meet his older brother Henry, and you are connected to them. Like when you say they found that little school, when Joel tells them, because you said, "Hey, I don't want to work with no traitor," right? When they're having a conversation in that little room, he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "If you did it to save him, like I get it, right? Like I get it."
Mm-hmm.
And then he was
Mm-hmm.
like,
You
I mean, am
understand?
I the bad guy though? Like I did do it to save my brother. He had leukemia. That it was the only place I can get the medicine to save him. But I'm the bad guy, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, I get it. If you did to save him, like this, Joe's done some crazy shit. We know that based on how he acts and certain things that he says. But another moment of humanizing the characters and make you feel for it. Like we talked about this at the very beginning when you said, I think the first podcast you were talking about like, oh, I'd kill anyone to save, somebody that I love. Like he's telling them the same thing. Like I understand why
Yeah.
you did what you did.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. And guess kids die all the time, Brian.
Bro, so we can fast forward to that for sure.
Dude,
A
one
bunch
of the
of shit
coolest things
happens.
I've ever seen on a TV show program, dog. First it was the airplane crash for me in the first episode. I was like, holy shit, they're doing that on a TV show budget. That looks sick. You know what I'm saying? Then fast forward to episode 5. That lady, her obsession for revenge just messes up her whole people. You know what I'm saying? She pretty they're ripped apart now, but like a hole came out of the ground, and then a bunch of the infected dug their way out of the dirt, and then the big bloater came out. I was like, yo, this is
Is
sick.
huge.
This is sick. And they said I was just reading about it. They had 60 to 75 infected, and then they had the one dude, the bloater, he was played in there, and all those guys were under makeup. They said they had 75 makeup artists, and it would take them 5 hours. That's it, just 5 hours to get all those people done by the time they started shooting. I was like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
In the after scenes, they talked about how they got the dude from Planet of the Apes to like do a training camp for like the infected so that they knew how to move and how to move around. So they had a little training camp. But that's cool. None of that shit was CGI. Those were all people running out of there. Like
That
the
scene was
bloater
insane.
was a giant ass dude in an 80-pound suit. wrapped around with all the other cosmetic stuff. Dog, when they came
That's
out of there. But even before that, so Kathleen's approaching Henry, Sam, and Ellie, and he was like, "I did what I did to save my brother," and she was like, "Kids die every day." I was like, oh, that's when I really believe, like, because I had some doubt. I was like, she ain't gonna kill Sam. She'll just kill Henry and whatever. But nah, I think she had every intention to kill both of them, dog. She had every intention to
and
kill
one
them.
thing his yeah, she was ready to just kill him because he was like, "Let him go." She's like,
Nah.
well, but she didn't like that neither though. She didn't, she wasn't dealing with none of it. She wasn't dealing with none of it.
So
But
what another cool part of that is we saw like kid infected, right? We saw that little
oh
girl that
yeah,
was chasing
the little
Ellie.
clicker.
Yo, the little
God, she was
clicker is
like
something
doing like,
else.
dude, the way her body was moving, that's awesome. They got an actor to do that, man. Like she was like doing like full 360 spins with her body, but still like moving forward and stuff. Like it was crazy how that person moved.
She had a little
And
like cartwheel in
that's
a
CGI at
car.
all.
That shit was crazy, dog.
That shit that was super tight. But I
It's
like
the
how
first time
Joel.
we saw like a kid as an infected, which was the scope, right? So right up to right now, we've seen some clickers, we've seen some infected, but it's really been about the people and how Fedra's taken over and shit like that. But that underlying menace we hadn't really seen on that scale. When they came out of the ground, boy, you felt how the world ended in a week.
Yeah, yeah, because how fast they were taking a couple of them out, how many you've seen, you really don't know. You don't really feel any danger from them, or you're not even thinking about them. You know what I'm saying? And they felt like they're like, yo, we got to show everybody why we lost, why the world the way it is. You know what I'm saying? When them clickers came out the hole, you knew it was no hope. Too many of them dudes were shooting and not running. I would have seen like five of them. Like,
I'd
oh,
have
we're
been
done.
gone
Like
for
five.
sure. Nobody left.
You know what I'm saying? There was like just tons of them just coming and coming and coming. I'm like, I would have seen more than a couple. I'm like, well, you guys are gonna. I'm gone. We can't win this fight at all. That
Yeah.
clicker ripped that dude's head apart. It's like,
Oh, dog, when that I was like, yo, this shit
the
is
blow.
crazy. He
Hey,
don't
did
have
they
no
have
interest in biting him. He legit wanna just kill him.
did they have kid infected in the game?
I think there was I think there was. I think there might have been a baby or something. I can't
Oh,
remember,
okay,
but I'm
but
pretty
nothing on
sure
that
there
kind of
was.
scale.
Yeah, no.
That was cool to have a child clicker for sure. But one of my favorite parts is like Ellie was trying to get out of there, and Joel's like he's like, okay, she's looking at this truck. I know she's gonna bolt for this truck. Let me try to clear it away for her. I thought that was one of my favorite parts. That was awesome. I like how they these whoever's making this show, man, knows what the hell they're doing, dude, and they're doing it really, really, really well. It's got to be one of the best things I've ever watched. Like every episode, I don't want it to end. I'm always waiting for more. You know what I'm saying? And I've always had lulls in shows or whatever episode, and I was like, whatever. Like every episode to me, the show's been great, just great. Period.
Yeah, I
And
mean this is a masterpiece so far, dude. And we're not even talking anymore about what a great video game adaptation. Like we are now in the realm of what a great fucking TV show. Like it doesn't even
yeah,
matter that it's a video game adaptation.
yeah,
Like we
just
are
what a yeah.
witnessing one of the best TV shows at least in the last 10 years, and that's being modest. Like this might be one of the best starts to a season ever.
Yeah, it's one of the just best parts of media. Forget shows, like you know what I'm saying. I could put shows that are better than movies and whatever. This is just one of the best pieces of media I've seen, like you said, in the last 10 years at least. You know what I'm saying? I thought that one show was setting the bar high for me. I love that. What was that? Amazon. The girl
The
with the
boys.
goggles. Huh? No, no. It's on Amazon. The girl put on the virtual reality headset or
Oh,
whatever.
the peripheral. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, the
peripheral, dude.
peripheral is
Like
really
that was one of the
good.
best things I've seen. And then I started watching this. I'm like, man, this is you know what I'm saying. Like, not saying that show was
It's
fire,
good.
amazing. But like you think about it too, I'm like, it's crazy that it's not that close. Even how
It's
good, but
not
that
that
show's really
close.
good.
It's not
That
that
show's
close.
good, really
But I think
good.
what sets it apart is the acting in this show is phenomenal, bro. They're gonna win a ton of awards. Like Pedro Pascal should win, Bella should win. A lot of those supporting actors from each of the Bill and Frank's characters for sure are winning something. I don't care what anybody says. Like there's gonna
They're gonna win an
be
Emmy, something.
there's gonna be a lot of awards coming out of this season. So this episode was called Survive and Endure. So they find comic books, and Ellie and Sam both like these books. And throughout the episode, Ellie's like, we're going to Wyoming. You guys should just come with us, because the plan was to ditch them after they got out of Kansas City. And Joe was like, hell no. And he's like, he's grumpy. He'll come around later. He does this every time. And sure enough, just like she said, towards the end of the episode, they get away from the infected. And he asked Henry, like, he's like, hey, we are going. If you guys want to come with us, you're more than welcome to. He's like, hell yeah, let's do it. Because Henry's not a killer, right? Like, they're not going to survive without him. And then tragedy, my guy. And then, like every episode, we get our hearts squeezed, and you just get the feels.
Dude, I feel so bad for Ellie. Like, she was trying to do a good thing. She doesn't really know how things work. Whatever, he shows that he's bit, and she's like, "Don't, oh, my blood's medicine." And she cuts her fucking hand open and rubs her blood on that kid's wound and stuff like that. I wanted so bad for it to work, but I knew it fucking wasn't.
Right?
But,
dude, I knew it wouldn't work either, and I was like, maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Damn well this shit ain't gonna work, but they're so good with this show. You're like, it might work. Maybe it'll work. I hope it works. You know what I'm saying? Then the next morning when he's sitting there, she talks to him. I'm like, well, he's deaf. He's not gonna hear. I was like, well, he's fucked up.
Yeah, he's messed up.
He's done. And then at first, when dude got so the kid starts attacking Ellie. Like, okay, the kid gets bit, I guess, in the whole skirmish. What happened, guys? And then he shows Ellie his wound, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, like, my blood's medicine." So she cuts her hand open. She rubs it on her wound, his wound, hoping that it won't change him. But she wakes up, and he's changed, and he starts attacking her. So then Joel automatically goes and attack when he's going to grab the gun. The kid's brother stops him and grabs his gun. I was like, wait, what the? Hold on, God. For a second, I was about to get pissed. I was like, I know he ain't pulling this bullshit. But then he blows his own little brother's brains out. I was like,
yo, impactful as hell. That part right there, like,
yeah. I mean, well, Ellie's not going to get turned anyways, even if she did
it doesn't matter, right?
You know what I'm saying? But she still got killed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then he ended up blowing his own brains out. Which I get though, because he did the awful thing he did to save his brother. Then his brother was dead and he had to kill him. What is he now? The person he did what he did for is gone. So now he's just a piece of shit who fucking got a lot of people killed and fucked up for no reason, because that reason's gone. So he was like, fuck it. What am I now?
What did I do? Right.
Nothing.
I mean, I don't want to diminish that because I feel like it's impactful for Ellie, but the reality is he probably should have died from leukemia. So they've taken us through this entire episode in moments where he should have died. He should have died from leukemia. If Ellie didn't save him from under the truck, he would have died under the truck immediately. Kathleen was about to mess him up, and the little clicker got her. That was actually cool when she jumped at her and started fucking her. Because she was like, bow, bow. She was scratching at her face and just like fast forward and just kept moving wild and like hitting her. It was just straight rage. And then
super monkey style.
There was only one way, dog, that, Sam was going to die no matter what. Like, it was going to happen. So,
yeah.
The fact that they did that and you had the feeling he was going to die, but yet still were so attached to him that it was impactful when it happened. Storytelling don't get no better than that, man. It just doesn't. It's insane.
There's only one part I didn't like about the episode, and it's not like I didn't like about it, but I just thought they could have had it. I think Ellie should have been more pissed at Joel, because she was like, well, I'm gonna come with you, whatever. And he's like, no, stay here. I'm gonna do this. Y'all stay here. And she's like, well, no, if we stay here, then we're all fucking die. He's like, do you trust me? You know what I'm saying? Then she trusted him. Then all that bullshit happened. I felt like towards the end of the episode or something like that, she should have been like, I trusted you. You told me to do this, and it didn't happen. I should have just went with you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because if you die, I'm dead any damn way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let me come with you, and we gonna handle whatever the hell we gonna handle together. Because without you, I'm toast any damn way.
Yeah, don't
So
leave me
I thought,
alone. Don't ever leave
yeah,
me alone.
yeah,
Right.
I thought they could have had an argument or something, just a little more contrast when that part happened. Like, yo, I trusted you. What the fuck happened? Let's not do that no more. You know what I'm saying? We're out of there. Nothing happened. But now from this point on, don't fucking tell me to sit somewhere no more. I'm not sitting nowhere.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree. I would agree with that. It was, and we might still get that at some point, right? Because they're still going to be in a lot of trouble, and maybe he does it. He probably will leave her again, and she's going to get pissed about it. Because then it would be two times, right? It wasn't just a
Yeah,
strategic thing.
yeah.
So maybe we do get that. But how much trauma can a person go through, bro? Even in a post-apocalyptic world, Ellie has been bit, lost somebody in the tunnels when she was bit. They've alluded to it, but they haven't said anything. That was actually DLC on the first game, so we might get that later in the first season. What she was doing in that tunnel, who she was with, who she lost. She killed somebody. She's paralyzed someone else. She saw one her best friend at this point get bit and turned into an infected. His brother shoots himself in the head in front of her, and she's
Yeah.
like 13, 14 years old. Like, die. That shit, it fucks
But
people up, bro.
but at the end of the episode, she was like,
She
"Yo,
was
come on, let's
over it.
go."
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go. Keep
she's
it
like, "Come on,
moving.
let's go."
Keep it
She's
moving.
yeah, she's a bad little motherfucker,
Not
man, for real.
because he was there. So like at the end of the episode, the directors go through. So like that, it's meant to be a contrast of them. So like Sam and Henry are kind of like them. It's a father figure that depends on, the kid depend on him to survive, yada yada. So in that moment, Joe's looking at the graves like, holy shit, this could be us. And Ellie's like, yo, keep it moving, my guy. It's time to
Yeah.
leave. Like, we don't get to have more than a second to think about this. And that's crazy. It kind of starts to show
Yes.
you where her mental thought is. She's a teenager, dog. Like, this isn't, it's
Yeah.
what's normal for her, but even then, it's
Like
crazy.
I just and then you played both games, whatever. I only played like a little bit of the first game and a bunch of the multiplayer. I wonder if at some point he's gonna get to a point where he's like, maybe I need her too, because right now he's just looking at she needs me to survive and I gotta do whatever. Like when you're in a world like that, my first thought should be like, shoot, she knows how to handle a gun and a knife and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Shoot,
let's arm her
I need
up,
her
right?
just as
Yeah,
much as she needs me.
let's arm
You know
her
what I'm
up.
saying? I can't do this alone. Shoot, you can handle a gun. You able to stab somebody? I can see you can, kind of handle yourself a little bit. I'm there for you, but hey, you gotta be there for me too. We're team of two right now.
So we saw that a little bit in this episode when they were going into the tunnel with Sam and Henry. He tells her, "Get out your gun," and she pulls it out of her pocket, and he gives her this look because he had told her to put it in the
Supposed to be
backpack,
in her bag.
and it was in her jacket, and he was like, "Come on, bro." But he's starting to realize that she's not she has killed someone before, she shot someone before, so now he knows, and he's
She ain't
already
my
showed
kid,
her how to hold it. He showed her how to load it. Like he's starting to train
and it's
her,
not his
but
and yeah, and it's not his kid. At the end of the day, like you don't want to tell her what to do, or what I'm saying. Like I can't, you know what I'm saying. Like you have to get to some point where like, yo, brother, this is a little person here that ain't mine. Like,
I mean, it's a
you know,
partnership. Like the whole point is that they are partners, and every episode we see that more and more. So we'll see. We'll see Ellie start letting loose eventually.
I mean, I obviously I love the show, so I'm not, but I mean, I can't just sit here gargling there, all day long. Gotta have some here and there, little conversations and whatnot. But yeah, man, the show's amazing. And then they show like the trailer for upcoming stuff. Man, when she was riding on the back of that horse or whatever and shooting the gun, I was like, "Oh, this show's gonna be so tight."
So
It's so
we're
dope.
clearly getting a time jump in the game. We get it too. Like they don't show you what it is to get from the Midwest all the way out to Oregon, Portland, wherever the hell they're going. So it
Yeah,
looks like that's what's happening. The next time we see Joel and Ellie, they're going to be out west, real close to Tommy. So I'm actually excited about it. At the beginning, I thought I would want to know like what happened in between that time because they can make up whatever they want, based on things they want to make up or any short comics they might have did. But I think
yeah,
seeing what that settlement is like and the interactings of the settlement because now you're gonna see the politics within it, why Tommy's there, like what are they protecting against, are there any other groups, and then it's real snowy always, so there'll be animals and elements, and it changes it up. You never truly see zombie shows in the snow, and there's a reason for it because they don't have no muscles, they don't have nothing. So like once it gets real cold, scientifically, like they shouldn't be moving at all. Like they should just be stuck. But this is a different kind of beast, so it's interesting. I'm excited to see where they go with that part of it.
Yeah, because fungus can't grow in the cold though neither though. Not like that anyway.
Yeah, but there's no sun, so like the sun seems to be bothering them. They just
Oh,
need
okay,
humid spaces.
that too.
So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, if you're not watching this show by now, y'all, I don't. I mean, it's the social media footprint is insane. After every episode, everyone's talking about it. You see it on TikTok, on Twitter. I mean, it's the most watched show on TV right now. It's the second highest premiered new show on HBO. It's lit. People are going out here and really spending a lot of time catching up. So if you ain't on it, you need to get on it.
Yeah, and thanks to them though too, because I was thinking about HBO Max is slacking for a minute there. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get rid of this. And then it's like, oh, The Last of Us gonna be here. I was like, all right, ain't no way I'm getting rid of this. But for a while there, I was like, I pay for so
Yeah.
many. I'm paying for cable any damn way. Shoot.
So now we got a super long wait before episode 6. We won't see it for 10 days. So my Last of Us fix is gonna be real itchy by the time it comes to Sunday. I'm ready to watch it.
Oh, for sure. I already can't wait. I want to see some horses.
So what else happened? We talked about this during the week, so I wanted to make sure we touched upon it now here. AMC is gonna start tiered pricing for seatings. What are your thoughts on that, bud?
I've seen some actors already talking crap about it, and then I was talking, down on it right away. But then you were like, well, if they make the seats nobody really sits in cheaper, it keep the what people want to sit in right normal. I get it, but there's not a lot of room in the theater for a movie to sell different tickets. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a concert. The closer you are, the better. So you want to pay for it. It's actually the difference. The far, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a little further away. So I don't get it. I think AMC is going to go under.
I
That's
mean,
just my opinion.
no, this is definitely a Hail Mary to see if we can get more people to come back to the theater for sure.
Well,
Or
it's
at
just
the very
AMC.
least, get more money out of the ones that are coming.
AMC sucks. I've been to AMC a couple times. Their theaters are trash.
Yeah, we only have one close to me. It's at Mayfair, and I've been there maybe twice. Like I never go to that one. I always go to Marcus Theaters. They're
Yeah, they
closer
still
to
give you
me and they're
popcorns in the
better.
bag. Their seats are uncomfortable. Yeah, I hope they go under. I don't care about this.
My
That's all
thought
about
is
markets. It's
if
all
they
market.
keep the price the same but charge cheaper, like I told you for the front rows or the edges, it might work because I might take my whole family and get the shitty seats versus me just going on a date with my wife, at regular price. It could theoretically be okay. But I don't know. Talking about movie theaters going under, so I googled some of this stuff just to see what AMC was about, but they're in trouble, man. Regal Cinemas is closing down 39 locations. AMC's clearly grasping for air. Marcus doesn't seem to have a lot of showings as they used to. It's more kind of spread out. But a lot of that is product. There ain't big movies coming out anymore, dog. Like outside of Marvel movies, and then Avatar, which still is owned by Disney. Like what big budget blockbusters are people flocking out to see? I give you none. Like there's nothing to go watch.
Yeah, there's none out there right now. The Cabin in the Woods, I guess, is doing decent,
Yeah, it's at the top of the box office.
but it has to because ain't nothing else out.
So it's interesting. Like, and even when they do hit the movies, they're there for a month and then you see it on Disney Plus, week 5, and
Mm-hmm.
you're like, well, I'll just watch it on Disney Plus. I'll save my $80 for my family on tickets and $60 on concession stand prices and just
Yeah, because
watch it
right
in a
now,
month.
right? Because I'm not biased when it comes to movies. Brian, either of you, we both know we both love going to the movies. I'm only looking forward to Ant-Man right now, and then
And
DC
that's
stuff
next
after
week.
that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't even know what's coming out. I haven't really seen other good. I wanted to see Cabin in the Woods, good, but my girl's like uber pregnant. Yeah, we're a bunch of crap, and then she don't want me to go see it alone. I told her, I was like,
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
watch
see
it.
it.
Yeah,
Watch
I'm
your
just gonna go
ass.
watch it.
And she was like, no, better not. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me anyways. But besides Marvel or comic books in general, besides that, I've only wanted to see one movie. So I get where you're coming from. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
And then
I
all the
love.
other good movies are on stream services, like the new Knives Out movie came it's
Yep,
straight to Netflix. You know what I'm
Netflix.
saying?
Yeah.
Fire.
I mean, for me, going to the movies is one of my favorite things, bro. Like me and my wife go often. Like it's just like when the old heads say like Steven Spielberg's like nothing can I feel that way. Like it's not replaceable for me. Like sitting in the movies in the center of the theater with my pretzels and pump cheese and my Pepsi on the other side because most theaters only have Pepsi for some reason. They must have a crazy deal. I prefer Coke, by the way. And just sitting there with that surround sound and the immersion of it, it's just a feeling that I enjoy a lot. I can go to the movie theater two, 3 times a week and watch a movie, but there has to be movies there to watch. Like it's just not there. Like we're going to the movies. We legit used to go 2 times a week, like faithfully, and just catch even low budget movies. Just outside the indie movies that were out there. It's just a good experience for us. But now there's just nothing I want to watch, and Ant-Man's the next one. I got my tickets for that next week, which I'm excited for. Um, what's the dude's name?
I might have to miss out on it. Which one? Kang?
Kang. Yeah, what's his name? Jonathan. Jonathan.
Jonathan Boyega or
No, no, that
no.
Jonathan Boyega's from Star Wars and
Oh yeah,
Disney.
yeah. Majors?
Majors. Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I pulled it out of nowhere. I was like,
I'm pretty sure
Majors?
he seems to be killing it. Early reviews are out for Ant-Man. Early screenings. I won't say full reviews, but on TikTok, the influencers are clearly banned from doing full reviews, but they are letting things out like he kills it, like this is his movie. Um Cassie Lang kills it, so Ant-Man's daughter, having her own suit and doing her thing kills it. But it's very much the start of a new phase, so I'm going in there expecting the movie to not be the greatest Marvel movie, but to kick off the next phase, and I expect some death. I think some people are gonna die.
Well, I love that guy from Lovecraft Country. I
Yeah.
fell in love with him. I think
Yep.
he's an amazing actor and stuff.
Amazing actor.
And then reading, just what I read today, he was inspired to start acting from Heath Ledger's Joker. So this is his role. He's been waiting his whole life to play a bad guy. He was inspired by the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker. So I know he's gonna crush it. I love the dude. I think he's awesome. And then him saying that, this is his role. This is his movie. He's been waiting to play a bad guy. Here you go, Majors. Let's see what you got. You know what I'm saying? And I'm super excited for that. Super
What's
excited.
amazing about this is, and I'm sure he's excited about, is he gets to play this character 3 different times, different ways. Like we've already seen, you haven't seen it, but the one in Loki was the one keeping the other Kangs in check. So he got to play that. He's a little more goofy, kind of laid back. Like it's a different personality. Now we're about to see the Conqueror. The Conqueror ain't playing no shit. Like he ain't about that life. He's coming for all of them. I think there's a trailer where he says he fought the Avengers and killed Thor. So, I mean, he ain't no punk. So we'll see. We'll see how Ant-Man and team tries to head him up for head on. And I think we're gonna see a back in time. We have 2 options here. We can either go super back in time, or we can see Iron Lad's debut, which makes more sense because they're trying to do Young Avengers. So we'll see a younger version of him and see what that looks like. But it's exciting, man. This is the year of this dude, Jonathan Majors. He had Devotion, I think it's called. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to. It's on the list. It's on Prime, I think, right now. It was at the movie theaters. Now you have Ant-Man. Then you have Creed. He's in the new Creed
Mm-hmm.
movie, main character with Michael B. Jordan,
He was
and he's
just in
the
he was just in a flying movie, like he was a pilot or something.
yeah. That's what I was talking about. This Deviation, I think it's called, or something like that.
Yeah,
or
dude, he's
Devotion, some shit like that.
what's that movie you gonna say?
So then you have Ant-Man, you have Creed. I think he's on another TV show coming. Like this, he's about to be the dude right now. Like he is the man, and I'm here for it.
I loved him in
I'm here for it.
The Harder They Fall, that the Black Cowboy movie on Netflix. He was fire in there, man. That movie was fire too. Very underrated movie, man. If you never seen that, The Harder We Fall on Netflix, guys. It's a black western. Fire. I already loved westerns, and I was like, oh, black western. Then the soundtrack, the intro is Jay-Z and Kid Cudi, and I love that movie. I've watched it multiple times already. It's long. I dig
Yeah,
it.
he has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. He has arrived.
I was gonna say when we're and folks are trying to stay, trying to stay away from DC, man. We were talking about
Yeah,
him a
we
lot.
are. We
So
are. We talked a lot about it.
we talked a lot about it, man. But I will say this. That's the only thing I'm saying about DC. They're pumping a lot of stuff out, and it's hard not to talk about it. I'll tell you that. Brian was like, "Man, we gotta get away from DC," and I said, "Like, oh, here, boom, another thing they're putting out, like some cartoon movie or something like that. They just keep they're trying. They're trying here. They're trying. So I give them that. Ooh, cool thing. I just read about we found another planet or something, or and they want to explore the planet. But the thing about it is, one whole half of the planet is all dark, or it gets no sun or something. But they think it could be inhibited, and they want to check it for extraterrestrials or something like that. I'm thinking to myself, when's the last time we've been in outer space?
Yeah, I mean, have we ever been to outer space?
Did we, yeah, I was gonna say, did we ever go to outer space?
I mean, have we though?
And haven't we seen this before? What's that going to be? What was that movie with Vin Diesel in it? A movie that's totally covered half at night or
Oh, the
something.
Chronicles of Riddick
Riddick,
or Pitch
Riddick.
Black, Pitch Black.
Yeah,
So
Pitch
it's
Black.
dude, it's so funny you say that. He is on board for a sequel that's gonna come out called Rye something. So like he signed up for it. I saw like yesterday. So that's interesting.
I like the first Pitch Black movie. I don't like Riddick
Dude,
at all.
yeah, no, Pitch Black was cool. That was a cool ass movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick, I don't know. It was eh.
Yeah, they were trying to like build something that wasn't there. I don't think, but whatever. But dude, that's cool, man. That we still, you know what I'm saying? Like people got to remember, man. Like I know it just seems like normal day to day and everything's whatever. Guys, we're on a floating rock in the middle of nothing. Nothing. It seems normal, day to day, mundane, blue skies, whatever, dude. You go out of there, we're surrounded by nothing, a forever amount of nothing. And for them to find a new planet and like want to search for extraterrestrials, maybe it'd be life there. It's cool. It's really cool. People forget how small we are on the scale of the universe. We're smaller than my pinky. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
funny. I think I saw a video not too long ago. So NASA landed a spacecraft on like a pass. It was passing by asteroid or comet. They wanted to just. It was supposed to just touch and see what it was, right? So when I want to say it's in November. I should Google it. Anyways, so the video was like it lands on it, and it was like nothing was keeping it together. So like as soon as it landed, the legs of the shuttle of the probe started like sinking in right away. And then it thrust it out and like the ball just started kind of expanding and like rocks just started going away like if it was hollow almost or whatever was keeping it together was disrupted by the thrusters on the probe, which is it's crazy to just think about how all that shit happens out there.
Yeah, dude, we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing about what's out there. Not a nothing. Sure, we don't even know all the way about the ocean yet, and we
No,
can
we
touch
don't.
that.
Yeah, we don't go down
And we
there.
can touch that 24/7. We can touch that, and it's uncharted. And we live on it. We live here with water. So
Yeah,
I
there was
think
some
that's
straight Armageddon type news not too long ago too. There's this rock that's supposed to be coming close-ish to us. And
straight
they say,
Armageddon news, Brian.
yeah, it's coming. It's coming straight towards us. No, it's coming close, but they're gonna land. Supposedly they want to land on it because the minerals on this rock are like X times more than all of what we have on Earth or some shit. So like it can disrupt the monetary system because there's just all
Hey,
kinds
my
of minerals on this rock.
hey, my man said, hey, Ryan, Ray, we have some Armageddon news. It's straight. It's straight. This man said we got some straight Armageddon news. Like, wait, what you
Great.
mean, like straight as in like, oh, that's straight, like I don't know what you meant about it,
I
but
meant
it was
like
funny.
it's actual Armageddon news. No, but
Okay,
yeah, that's similar, right? A rock is
straight,
hurling towards Earth, not close
yeah,
enough to hit us, but
yeah,
I
that's
don't know,
straight.
man. If they're landing on shit and they can bring back, again, we're comic book nerds, so imagine if they bring back
Oh,
some shit from a rock and we
that's
get
right.
Venom running around
Well,
this rock.
land on me, land on me. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to be that. I'm trying to get my
Crazy.
Venom on.
So you kind of kicked off DC, so they are doing some stuff. So on the CW, DC has had a rather successful run on a connected universe that started with the Arrow. That ran its course, and then they've had Legends of Tomorrow. They've had The Flash, obviously, that's their main show now. What else is on there? I think they tried to do a spin-off on the Canaries. It was Black Canary and a couple others.
Songbirds. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Who else? There was another show I think they were trying to do. Anyway, so
Um, yeah.
the Flash is the main one now. So Flash is on season 9 right now, and they are on the final season of the Flash. And we kind of bailed on it. Ray bailed early. I probably got to season 7, so I haven't watched none of season 8, and then season 9 is on now. But they have announced, it seems, that the main villain for season 9 and the finale of The Flash is the Red Death, my guy. The
The Red Death.
Red Death
The
on a
Red Death.
TV show. What is
Yeah.
going on?
Well, hey, we're gonna get our first taste of Batman on the Flash.
Let me
Our
show
first.
you, y'all. If you're listening on the podcast, log on to our YouTube. On the camera here, I am showing you who this bad boy is. And it
Making
is
sick.
Batman with the Flash's powers. Not only does he look amazing, but you get Batman anyone's powers and you about to be in trouble.
Yeah. So I guess the Red Death is a mixture of Barry Allen and Bruce Wayne, right?
So the way that it works usually is alternate Bruce Wayne's had different upbringings. Like a young Bruce Wayne ends up finding the Green Lantern ring and kills the Green Lantern with it and just goes crazy because he doesn't have the discipline that our Bruce Wayne has. He was a kid when he found it, so although he's smart, so it's more like that. So like I bring it up because there's different ones. Devastator transform. So the Devastator Batman can transform into Doomsday, and he had to do that in order to stop a rampaging Superman. So like it's things like that, like where he has to do things.
Yeah, the Batman Who Laughs. I don't know what happened with him or anything, but
The Murder Machine. So, anyways, they're called the Dark Knights. So they're like an anti-Justice League group, but they're all Batmans with other people's abilities, which is wild. Um, yeah. So the ultimate choice was that Batman Who Laughs is basically he had to kill the Joker, and he becomes pretty Jokerish himself.
oh, okay.
But yeah, so the Red Death is slightly different from the rest of the ones that we named right now because his body, like you said, has the minds of both Bruce Wayne and Barry Allen in it. But he only sees himself as Batman. So like the Bruce Wayne mind is more powerful, which probably makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's times I have that first comic book that Metal. It was the Metal series when all these people came out.
Yeah.
But that one stood out the most to me because I like the Flash.
Yeah,
So
no, I love
yeah,
the
can
Flash.
you just imagine how smart Barry is, but Bruce with Barry's abilities and him kind of taking over that body, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's making me want to dive back into that show because I definitely want to see a Bruce Wayne Flash.
I don't
Definitely want to see that.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it's gonna be crazy. The first episode aired last week. It seems like they hinted at it officially in that episode. Um, all of Team Flash. I started watching it today, but I only got through half of it. But something attacks Team Flash mentally. Everyone except for Barry in a dream, and then whatever happens. But if they do this right, man, like this will be a hell of a finale for this show. It was a decent show. I know you have major issues with it. We talked about it in podcast way before when we started this. Just
Mhm.
like, man, Barry doesn't need a whole team. Like, and it is kind of corny. Like, he
Well, I
relies
mean, it's
too
not
much
just
on them.
it's not just Flash's problem. It's every superhero TV show's problem. They try to build a team around these people, dude. Like, I don't know if no one's pitching these or they don't listen. Like, dude, nobody needs none of that. I think that's annoying. It's like every team, even Supergirl had a team. What the hell does Supergirl need a team of anybody for? You know what I'm saying? But whatever, I digress. I'm not gonna get back into that. But like every superhero show seems that way, except for Titans. Like Titans really didn't. That show really didn't have anything. Bruce Wayne showed up a couple times, but it wasn't like a team leader or team aspect, nothing like that. Just sometimes he was like, whatever. But it seems like all these other superhero shows, like they have a team and someone always has a job. There's a nerdy one, there's this one, this one. Like, get
So
off of
I
that.
get it with like the Arrow probably needs a team. He don't have no superpowers, right? Like I understand, but Barry's abilities don't require a team. Like he's not just super fast. He can heal fast. He can think in a nanosecond. Like
He reads fast.
we've never gotten in 9 seasons of the Flash. Well, maybe we did in season 8 and I didn't watch it, but through 7 seasons of the Flash, we never got to prime Barry Allen. And I felt like I get starting with the reliance at the beginning, but by season 7, you should have a full blown, full committed Flash that is just on another level. And I don't, the show's never been that, but I get it, right? It kind of would probably suck for TV just having one dude running around doing everything and with no real ties to the rest of the city.
Well, he does. He's a police officer and stuff. So he interacts with people all the time. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna be like running and be like, "Hey Barry, I came up with an idea to beat this guy." Oh, okay, what is it? He's like, "I'm running. What is it? What how can I beat this guy?" No, come on, man.
I just don't know
Stupid shit
how
ever.
like everyone and their mama knows Barry's the Flash. That's my biggest issue with the show. Like everyone
Yeah,
knows he's the Flash.
there's like 5 or 6 people.
Just more
Good job
dog. Like
keeping his
every
secret
episode, I
identity.
feel
And you
like
get,
somebody new knows he's the Flash.
yeah, man, and and you can't have people knowing secret identity because that puts them in danger. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. But that's why I don't. That's why I don't watch superhero shows. I've watched some of the episodes of Flash because who was in it. Like I watched Gorilla Grodd because I wanted to see him.
Oh, that was
Watched a
cool.
couple of episodes. Ear Barthon was in it. Then Death. I watched that because I like those people. And then seeing Captain Cold. I watched more for that than anything. But that team aspect really just keeps me away from watching superhero shows, which sucks because I love that stuff. But
I think there's potential here for this final season. I might catch up. There was so season 8, and then there was like a crossover. They do well on those crossovers. It was called Armageddon, I think. There's like 5 episodes. That was a crossover about all the shows. And then now season 9. So I'll check it out. I might not even watch season 8. I might just jump into season 9 just to see how,
yeah, just want to
I'm
see the
sure
red
I'll
death.
catch up. I'll figure out what's going on.
One other thing. Just another thing I was like, do you like the Transformer movies? Are you a big fan of them or?
I wouldn't say I'm a big fan, but I enjoyed them. I never thought any of them were awful. Well, maybe the last one where the one with
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg is in what,
Wahlberg.
two of them,
Yeah,
three
yeah.
of them?
The last one, Mark Wahlberg was but in general, I'd say I enjoyed them as blockbusters. Right, that's what they are.
Yeah, I liked them too. And then I used to like the cartoons when I was little, but then like I got super into Beast Wars Transformers, and I watched like every episode of that cartoon. They were trying that new style of it was more digital, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and I really like that. So I'm really excited that this next one is Beast Wars. They're not naming it Beast Wars, whatever, but you see Optimus Primal and I think Cheetor or
Yep.
whatever. Like, dude, I used to be big into. I really hope Rat Trap's in there. Rat Trap was my favorite Beast Wars Transformer. I used to steal them Transformers, man. I was living in Milwaukee. Me and my guy would bike up to the Kmart on 27, dude.
You little
Rip my new
thief.
packages.
You
Oh,
little
for
thief.
sure, dude. I love Beast Wars so much. I
So
used to steal.
somebody, I saw a video. Somebody posted the opening of Beast Wars from the cartoon and the trailer of the new movie are damn near dead on the same. So that's pretty cool. So like when you see all the Beast ones, it's like literally ripped from the opening on a cartoon. So that's
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I'm super excited for that. I think Optimus is Gorilla, but Megatron's a T Rex. I think it's so dope, man. The rhinoceros. I'm super excited for that. That's why I just brought it up because I don't think we ever touched
No, we
about
haven't
it. But
talked about it. I think that's coming up soon. We've seen trailers. Let's see.
yeah,
Transformers Beast.
and speaking of things along this lines of Transformers and stuff, I think Ninja Turtles got a bad rap, man, and that should have kept on
I
going.
didn't see me and you defer there. I didn't like it. Yeah, so Rise of the Beast comes out June 9th. So that's the next big blockbuster after Ant-Man, probably.
Yeah, I don't know if anything's in between there. Anything from DC in between there.
Shazam.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm for that. Mario too. Super
Oh
Mario.
yeah,
Mario
Mario in
coming.
April. Yep, yep.
Yeah, we got some stuff. We got some stuff coming. We got some stuff coming. But dude, I like Bebop, Rocksteady, and Krang. I thought they killed the characters at least.
So I can agree with that. I think what just turned me off was just I get they're mutated, but the way the turtles looked and like especially in the first movie, like when we first see them, they're just throwing around the storage containers. I think you like that scene. There was like no ninja to them. It was like they had no ninja in them whatsoever. It was all brute craziness
I'm
the
gonna give you
whole
that. They were too
time.
big. I'm gonna give you that. They were too big. I'll give you that. I'll give
And
you they were
I
too
just felt
big. But
like, what the
then,
hell did Master Splinter do? Because there was no like ninja training for any of these dudes whatsoever. Now, they nailed the humor, dog. My wife still laughs at the opening scene when they're like, it's a cat playing chopsticks with chopsticks. Like, she'll randomly say that when we're just doing nothing. She's like, that shit was so funny. So they definitely had its moments. It just wasn't, it didn't hit for
they
me.
had their training though. Like when Mikey was trying to eat the pizza, he was like balancing on his head and doing whatever. And then
I
they
just felt
showed
like it
Splinter.
didn't show in the fights. Like it was
They
all
showed Splinter
brute
fighting.
strength.
When Splinter was fighting, he showed it for sure.
Yeah, but not
You know
the
what I'm saying?
turtles. It was all relying on like just their enormousness.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, they're you're gonna yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. The problem is they were too big. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna lean towards that if you're a big fucker though
Yeah,
too. You know
yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying?
I get it. I get it.
But I get what you're saying too though. But I feel like the villains though, like they killed it, man. Like Casey Jones, there was no need for that. The reason why I'm talking about this is because Michael Bay did those, but I don't think Michael Bay's even doing the new Transformers movie though, is he?
Let's see. I have it up here. Director Stephen Caple Jr.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's not in it.
Well, good.
The
I'm just kidding.
screenplays by Joby Harrell, Darnell Metayer, and Josh Peters. So no Michael. He might be executive producing it, but he's not involved in
Well,
the
then it might be a
writing
little,
or
might be a little
directing of the
better.
movie.
Might be a little better then. Because I think the writing is where the Michael Bay's and the directing wasn't that hot.
Dude, so looking at the voices here, bro,
hmm
Dinklage is Scourge.
Ooh.
Pete Davidson is Mirage. John DiMaggio is Stratosphere.
Oh, so those are all the Decepticons?
Peter Cullen is Optimus Prime. And Ron Perlman, the Hellboy himself, is Optimus Primal.
Hey, I like that.
Let's see who else is in here. Um, I don't know who Michaela J is Rodriguez, but she's Nightbird. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Battle
Yeah.
Trap is David Sabaloff.
Do they show Rat Trap in that list of
They
people?
do not.
Damn it.
They do not.
Now I'm not gonna go see your stupid movie. You
So
did
I
too.
mean, I'll watch it. I always watch a Transformer.
I'm
They're
not.
fun. They're summer movies. Like summer movies are supposed to be big and just fun, and that just straight action, nonstop fun to me. And that's I'll watch them if they promise me that. Now, if they don't deliver, I'll have a lot of shit to say. But if they promise it to me, I'll at least go check it out.
Rat Trap ain't in the movie. I ain't watching.
I'm
How you gonna
trying to
take out
see.
my favorite character, man?
I'm trying to see what else is out, like coming out. I don't see nothing crazy, bro.
I'm mad that man. I was so excited to see this movie. I love Beast Wars, man.
Well, they might not show everyone that's listed. Uh,
You ain't gonna have Rat Trap. Darn
let's see. Cast.
it.
Producers. Steven Spielberg is an executive producer.
Oh, you know he gonna get his money. He's been the executive producer on every single one. I think he gonna have his name tied to it. He gonna get his money.
Yeah, I don't see. They don't have the whole list though. Clearly, like it only has like 10 people here that they show.
Oh, okay.
So Optimus Primal, A Razor, Scourge, Mirage, Stratosphere, Nightbird, Wheeljack, Acre, Reek, Rhinox, and Battle Trap. And those are the only ones they show
That's
on
crazy.
here.
Some
Anyway.
battle traps. Some battle. They might have replaced them.
Maybe.
Like a battle trap, like because I guess a rat wouldn't really work too
Yeah.
good. At least they got Rhinox. So Rhinox is fire.
Very interesting.
I'm hip. I'm hip. But you think B? Think we getting
Yeah.
about that area?
The only other movie I kind of want to see at the movie theaters, and again, it's because it's gonna be outrageous, bro, is Cocaine Bear. It just looks awesome.
That's gonna be in the theaters.
Yeah, it comes out next February 24th. Cocaine Bear is where it's at.
I'll
I
go
will be
see it.
watching that.
I might have to miss Ant-Man depending on how the pregnancy and stuff goes on. Man, that sucks. I might not be able to make it to the theaters for that.
Man.
For
Oh
real.
man. Yeah. So I mean, I think we ran our course today. Thanks for stopping by, y'all. Like always, yo, Ray's been streaming. He's trying to get to 3 people consecutive on TikTok. On Twitch. Make sure you check that out. We've been trying to pump out content on TikTok. Ray has access to the channel now, so we're kind of going back and forth, adding videos to that. I'll be honest, we're struggling. If you're not following us on TikTok, make sure you get over there and hit that follow button.
We need some
about
follows
60.
over there.
We got about 60 people. We get a decent amount of likes, but people aren't following yet. So that's on us to create better content. But if you love us already, there's no reason you shouldn't be following there. Looking at all you 114 followers on YouTube, make sure you make that trek over to TikTok and hit that follow button. And then YouTube, y'all. I'm streaming on YouTube. We didn't even talk about the craziness that Harry Potter is right now. Hogwarts Legacy is going crazy. #1 game, single player game sold on Steam. #1 RPG single player game streamed on Twitch. I think
That
of all
PlayStation
time, it has
controller
been
is
out on
fire.
one. PlayStation Legacy controller is absolutely bananas. So I have a walkthrough or a playthrough on that. I'm doing on YouTube. My wife is like super into it right now, so I have 2 PlayStations, so I bought it digitally and she's been taking over the other PlayStation. We can't play at the same time, so it's taking me a little bit. But I
Yeah,
might
my
end up
girls are
just
playing it
buying her
too.
her own copy.
Come
But if you have a PlayStation or if you have options on where to get it on PlayStation. Exclusive missions, exclusive rewards, just way better access to the game itself. So
that controller's fire though. If you get it on PS5, make sure you get that controller. That thing is fire.
amazing. But that's it, y'all. Make sure you follow us. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Those that are supporting. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies.
Like, share,
everybody.
follow. Party Panda NR_ on Twitch. Follow us on TikTok. Love you guys. Keep it going.
See ya.